Hello, friends. I'm here in Hiroshima. I just met a guy who his dad died in the blast. It's just crazy. He's a really nice guy. We chatted for 2 minutes. He's an Anaheim Angels fan. I said I was from Los Angeles. So he welcomed me and we talked about baseball. And I feel like I've been going nonstop for about 2 days. Really like 3 days actually. The Kyoto trip was literally nonstop. Yesterday was nonstop. Went to Nara Park in the morning to pet some deer, which was such a phenomenal experience. And then went to Osaka, to the Osaka Castle, and then finished the day at a waterfall in Kobe, and then went back to Kyoto. And now this morning was like, I'm gonna go to Hiroshima before going back to Tokyo tonight. And I can tell that I'm a little, just been going nonstop, and I need to like find some downtime, some peace. I'm trying to create that, but it's not easy. The atomic dome was it feels a bit surreal. Like, it feels like I'm lucky to be alive, obviously. I don't understand why like so many people had to perish. I also understand that because we dropped the bomb, it ended World War II in terms of the Japanese side against the US. So it was, it changed the world. Who knows what would have happened if we didn't drop the bomb. It's very hard to know what our world would look like. And it's impossible to justify so much death that went on in World War II. So much killing. It's unjustifiable. And yet here we are. Populations, world population has doubled since then. More babies have been born. More weddings have happened. More buildings have been built. So, I guess similar to, like a volcano. A volcano is just huge destruction, right? But then after the volcano comes, the lava hardens, the soil is then just extremely enriched and prepared for new life. I feel like it can be related back to my situation, being a widower. How I had a full life, and then it just was altered quite quickly. Losing my wife. And now it's like, okay, I'm a single dad. Got to raise a beautiful kid. She's that new life. I have a new life that I'm building. I know in World War II, my bubby, on my dad's side, she lost her entire family. She was in the concentration camps. She survived, but literally all of her brothers and sisters, mom and dad, they died in the Holocaust. And I swear to God, Bubby was like the brightest, sweetest woman, always had a smile on her face. There was zero, woe is me energy from her. And I feel in my own journey of grief that I want to put to rest the woe is me energy that I possess. And I sometimes operate from that place often. So I'm growing a lot on this trip. I feel it. I'm like squeezing myself to like come out and change, or at least just to change my perspective, to change, living a life in the sense of woe is me is, it's almost like holding on to the pain that, yes, there was a reason you had to experience that pain, but you no longer need to hold on to it. You no longer need to operate from that center. You can operate from a different center. It doesn't change what happened, but your perspective can shift. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It takes a lot of work, but I'm having that realization. For the first time in a very long time since Noel passed, I feel immense gratitude. I feel gratitude for being alive. And there have been days where I just don't want to be alive, that I just have not wanted to do this existence and to take this path that I've been put on. But there's a reason I'm here. There's a reason you're here. There is a reason. So I'm challenging myself to just operate from gratitude, operate from surrender, understanding that there is so much out of my control. And instead of that being overwhelming, knowing that truth, find it quite freeing and liberating, because we really don't have any control. We could all just not wake up tomorrow, right? Literally a bomb just fell on this city and ended so many people's lives. 100,000, 125,000 people in an instant. Oh my God, that's insane. And then, going back to the original point of those 100,000 people that perished here, plus Nagasaki, think about the tens of millions of people that didn't perish, and then also think about the way the world shifted after World War II. Whether it's for the greater good or not, that's up to you to decide. But we have flourished as a civilization, humanity. There's always crises, but we are still flourishing. Even though the news makes it seem like we're not. And obviously there's hardships in all of our lives that can be a momentary time in life where you're not flourishing. And I send you love if you're in a moment like that. I really do, because I've been there. And I often default to that space. But again, like, we're here. We really are. We're alive. We're alive and on YouTube. So I feel like it's Saturday, right? I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. I've been going nonstop since leaving Tokyo, and I'm excited to get back to Tokyo because I'll have 3 nights there to just kind of settle in. I don't want to say settle because Tokyo's nuts, but it'll be 3 nights in one location and putting my head down in one bed, which I'm very excited for. And then I head back to LA, which feels like a whole other life that I'm like coming back to. But I'm gonna get to see my daughter, which is so exciting, and get to hear about her trip. And I get to build a life with her, and I get to build a life as her dad with her, and have this like beautiful 6-year-old, and I'm so fortunate to have her, and my wife gave her to me. That was her gift. That was her final gift to me. So much discovery when you travel solo. So much, I can't recommend it enough. I think Japan's a beautiful country to visit solo. The people have been so nice. I can just walk up to anybody on the street. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? And they'll, they like try to work through English, and they always give me directions. And last night in Kyoto, I had I sat down with 2 local Japanese people, so sweet, and then the bartender, so sweet, and then 2 more friends showed up, and they just like welcomed me in. One of the guys' English was so good that like we were able to really chat, and they were like trying to set me up with the girl that was there, and she was so sweet, and they were like, "Oh, you're a good guy. Like you're a really good guy." And I was like, "Really?" Like, thanks. So I'm really glad I came down to Hiroshima. It was a long trip, but it felt like an opportunity to like pay my respects, not only to the people who lost their lives, but also to Japan as a country in general. Like, I feel really grateful that I got to travel around this country. And the journey's not over, but this is definitely a turning point in the sense that, I'll spend the remaining days in Tokyo and experience that incredible city once again, which I feel very fortunate. So yeah, I guess final thought is, the Phoenix, right? Noelle, when she was going through her cancer treatment, she started the Fighting Phoenix. That was her name on her Instagram account, and it was all about rising from the ashes. Obviously, that's the Phoenix, rises from the ashes. And I think that whatever you're going through in life, you can rise from the ashes, right? Like, maybe that's what God is like rooting for you to do, just like rise from those ashes. And I feel like I am rising. You know, I have a lot of work to do on myself, but I feel that I'm rising, I'm elevating, I'm having a new perspective on my own self-love and how to take care of myself, how to love myself. It's a daily practice. But I don't want to come from a place of woe is me anymore in terms of my life, because I have it. I got it. I'm here. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for following along this journey. It's not over. We still got 3 nights. And peace. Peace is real. Peace is good. Peace works. Peace allows us to flourish, right? All right.